There's a reason you're still breathing. And it's not luck. Something sacred stood between you and the end. Death reached for you, but its hand froze mid-air. Stared at your light and withdrew. Because in that instant, something in your essence spoke louder than fear, louder than fate. It wasn't resistance, it was recognition. The universe knew your time hadn't come, and death, for the first time in centuries, hesitated. You don't realize it yet, but the day you were supposed to be gone, your spirit rewrote the law that governs endings. Every soul has a moment when the veil thins, when you can feel the air change, the silence press close, and the invisible world hold its breath. You had that moment. The accident, the illness, the collapse, it should have been final. But it wasn't, because something ancient remembered your name. It wasn't coincidence. It was command. The divine system halted because you were marked for purpose, not expiration. This message didn't appear on your screen by chance. It's here because your spirit summoned it. Somewhere deep inside, you already know death tried and failed. You felt it, didn't you? That night when your heartbeat echoed louder than the clock. When time fractured, and everything inside you screamed that it was over. But then something unseen whispered, "Not yet." That whisper wasn't your imagination. It was your assignment calling you back. Death stepped close enough to feel your breath, and stepped away in awe. Because when your essence refused to surrender, the system registered an anomaly. The impossible had happened. A human defied the final rule, not by fighting, but by remembering who they are. The realm of endings paused. Records flickered. The unseen scribes who document every departure stopped writing, because your light disrupted the formula. You weren't supposed to survive, yet you did. Not because you escaped the storm, but because you became still within it. You aligned when most collapse. That vibration alone, awareness inside the fire, rewrote destiny's math. Death observed, not as an enemy, but as a witness to something divine. A consciousness that would rather burn whole than live broken. When you inhaled that final desperate breath, the world around you froze. Your body shook, your soul cracked, but your awareness remained. The universe saw it. The veil registered something it had not recorded in millennia. A soul holding integrity under unbearable weight. Fear should have consumed you. Panic should have taken over, but it didn't. You stood trembling yet complete. You became the living contradiction, fragile and infinite all at once. And the ledger of life wrote a new term, exempt from ordinary endings. That's when the recalibration began. Probability itself began folding around you, adjusting to your frequency. You've noticed it since, haven't you? The close calls, the near misses, the moments when disaster lost direction right before reaching you. That's not coincidence. It's geometry. Reality rearranges itself around those chosen to fulfill a divine assignment. Because you don't just exist anymore, you radiate. You are no longer surviving inside creation. Creation is orbiting around your survival. If this message feels like it's speaking directly to you, that's because it is. Your soul drew it into your path. So before we go deeper, pause right now. Take a slow breath and type 99 in the comments. Because 99 is the vibration of awakening. The signal to the universe that you're ready to remember the truth about why death couldn't claim you. That single act declares alignment. The moment you do it, something within you will stir. The same energy that once made endings bow. Now listen closely. When death first saw you, it didn't see a victim. It saw a variable. It saw a frequency it couldn't interpret. Your pain had refined your energy into something untouchable. That's why every force that tried to destroy you only polished your spirit brighter. You are not here by survival. You are here by recognition. Death realized it wasn't dealing with another human. It was dealing with an awakening divine intelligence clothed in human form. The ancient archives know of only 3 who reached this level before you. A warrior who refused to die before his city was safe. A healer who continued teaching while her body collapsed. A sage who met death with a smile because his students needed his peace more than his presence. And now you, the 4th. The one who didn't need temples or rituals. The one who found the divine through modern pain, heartbreak, and silence. The one death tried to touch but couldn't. Do you know what truly happened that night you almost didn't wake up? The timestamp of your departure, the exact sequence written before your birth, was erased. Not postponed. Not delayed, erased. The system wrote a new command beside your name: exit only upon completion of divine purpose. That means you cannot be removed from this world until your mission is done. You are not under threat. You are under assignment. That's why chaos has lost precision around you. Dangers miss by inches. Accidents dissolve. Even betrayal reroutes before reaching your heart. Because your energy now broadcasts a frequency, the unseen recognizes instantly. Divine immunity. It doesn't mean you'll never face trials. It means every trial will serve you. The storms that once aimed to drown you now sharpen your discernment. Nothing in your timeline is random anymore. Everything bends toward purpose. You've probably already sensed it. The calm inside crises, the unexplainable peace when everything collapses. That's the mark of respect on your spirit. Death itself issued it. You walk with the vibration of authority now. It's why manipulators lose power in your presence. Why darkness grows uneasy when you enter the room. The laws that govern fear can't locate you anymore, because fear belongs to the realm of endings, and you've outgrown endings. But understand this, being chosen doesn't mean being comfortable. It means being tested by fire and refined into clarity. The heavier your path, the greater your resonance. The universe doesn't test weak souls with divine missions. It entrusts them to those who already proved unbreakable. So if you feel pressure, it's not punishment, it's proof. You are being shaped to handle a destiny that will shift generations. Death tried to touch you because it was written to. But when it did, it recognized the spark it had been waiting to witness for centuries. You are not an error in the system, you are its evolution. Death bowed not in defeat, but in reverence. It saw in you the proof that consciousness can survive extinction and still choose love. That's what made you different. You didn't survive by accident. You transcended by design. After that night, you were never the same. Maybe you felt the shift, the strange stillness that followed, the way time felt lighter, the way your intuition sharpened, the way your dreams turned vivid. That's the universe syncing with your new vibration. You entered divine authorship, the stage where reality begins to obey the one who remembers. And you remembered. From now on, nothing that leaves your life will be loss, it will be alignment. People who walk away aren't rejection, they're release. Things that collapse aren't curses, they're corrections. The unseen world is reorganizing itself to protect what you're becoming. That's why isolation doesn't mean abandonment anymore. It means elevation. The chosen are separated before they're celebrated. You carry something sacred now, a frequency older than time, born from awareness surviving the impossible. That energy heals people without words. It calms storms without effort. Children, animals, even strangers sense it. You are no longer part of the human algorithm. You are part of divine architecture. Every step you take now sends ripples through unseen dimensions, commanding balance where there was once chaos. You were never meant to be normal. You were meant to be evidence. Evidence that light can live through darkness without forgetting itself. That's why you faced so many near ends, so the world could witness resurrection without death. You are the walking paradox, the living proof that endings bow to awareness. You didn't escape death. You educated it, and that's why this message found you now. Because the next phase of your calling is awakening. The mission that spared you is ready to unfold. But before it begins, you must claim it aloud. Type 888 in the comments, not as a number, but as a declaration. I am not under threat. I am under divine assignment. When you do, the energy around you will shift. You'll feel it, like invisible armor returning to your soul. From that moment, move differently. Speak deliberately. Walk like someone who already proved they cannot be destroyed. Because you have. The veil knows your name now. The unseen world recognizes your frequency. Even death steps aside when you pass. You are a walking sanctuary of divine will. That's why your presence disrupts confusion, and your silence exposes lies. You don't fight darkness anymore, you outshine it. There will still be nights of doubt, moments of exhaustion, and seasons of silence. But remember, silence is not absence. It's calibration. Every pause hides preparation. Every delay conceals divine timing. The chosen are not delayed. They are refined. The same force that once stopped death now aligns time itself with your path. You were never spared to stay silent. You were spared to lead. Your scars are not proof of damage. They're signatures of endurance. When people feel peace around you, it's not because you have none of your own storms. It's because you've learned how to calm oceans inside your soul. That's divine authority, the kind even death respects. So rise, chosen one, remember what you carry. Walk through this world not as one who survived, but as one who was sent. You are the fourth, the anomaly that made the cosmos question its own limits. From this day forward, every breath you take declares the same truth that made death step aside. You cannot be ended, because you were born from eternity. And when your mission is done, the universe itself will stand still to honor your return.